Welcome back to Travelspot. If you enjoy discovering places and experiences that completely change your perspective on travel, make sure to subscribe to the channel and join us on more journeys around the world. Today's experience is not about luxury resorts, famous monuments, or crowded tourist attractions. It is about something much simpler, yet surprisingly unforgettable. This is what it feels like riding the Kochi Water Metro as a foreign traveler. And honestly, it became one of the calmest and most unexpectedly beautiful public transport experiences I have ever had anywhere in the world. Before arriving in Kochi, I had heard people mention the Water Metro online, but I imagined it would simply be another ferry system. What I experienced felt completely different. The moment I reached the station, the atmosphere already felt calmer compared to most transportation systems. Instead of traffic noise, crowded roads, and endless honking, there was water, wind, and silence broken only by the sound of boats moving slowly across the backwaters. The first thing that stood out was how modern the system felt. The stations were clean, organized, and surprisingly aesthetic. Digital ticketing systems, waiting areas, route displays, and security checks made the experience feel efficient and easy, even for foreign travelers unfamiliar with the city. Coming from outside India, I honestly did not expect a water-based transport network integrated this smoothly into daily urban life. As the boat slowly arrived at the station, the entire experience immediately felt different from normal public transport. Unlike trains or buses, there was no heavy mechanical atmosphere. The movement felt soft and peaceful. People boarded calmly while water reflected the cloudy Kerala sky around us. The design of the boats themselves felt modern and comfortable, with large windows allowing the landscape to become part of the journey itself. The moment the Water Metro began moving, the city changed completely. Roads disappeared from view and were replaced by endless stretches of water, coconut trees, fishing boats, small islands, and quiet homes standing beside narrow canals. It honestly felt less like commuting and more like slowly floating through a documentary scene. One thing that makes Kerala unique is the relationship between nature and daily life. In many modern cities, urban development often feels disconnected from the environment. But here, water remains part of the city itself. The Water Metro does not fight against the landscape, it moves with it. That creates an atmosphere that feels deeply calming, even during normal daily travel. Watching local people use the system naturally made the experience even more interesting. Office workers, students, families, and tourists all shared the same space while moving across the backwaters. For locals, this may simply be transportation, but for a foreign traveler, it feels cinematic. The sound of water against the boat, cool wind moving through open spaces, and sunlight reflecting across the canals creates a kind of peacefulness rarely associated with public transport. Cleanliness was another thing that genuinely surprised me. The stations, seating areas, and boats themselves felt well maintained and organized. Compared to how Indian infrastructure is often portrayed internationally, the Water Metro challenges many assumptions completely. It feels modern, environmentally forward-thinking, and visually beautiful at the same time. The experience becomes even more atmospheric during Kerala's monsoon season. Dark clouds slowly move across the sky, while light rain touches the water surface around the boat. Coconut trees sway in the distance as mist forms above the backwaters. Sitting inside the Water Metro during rain, watching the city move slowly through gray skies and green landscapes creates a feeling that becomes difficult to explain fully. It does not feel stressful or rushed. It feels peaceful in a way modern transportation rarely does. Another thing I appreciated was how naturally technology and local culture blended together. Digital systems, modern infrastructure, and efficient operations existed beside fishermen, traditional boats, local tea shops, and quiet island communities. The contrast somehow worked perfectly. It felt like watching modern urban planning adapt itself to local geography instead of replacing it entirely. The routes themselves reveal another side of Kochi many tourists never fully experience through roads alone. Smaller islands, quiet residential zones, hidden waterways, and local communities slowly appear during the journey. The city feels softer and more human from the water. Traffic noise disappears, and the pace of life suddenly feels slower. One of the most memorable moments came during sunset. As the sky slowly turned orange and reflections spread across the backwaters, the entire city began glowing softly in the evening light. Boats moved quietly through the water, while distant buildings reflected against the canals. It honestly felt less like transportation and more like part of the travel experience itself. Food culture around the stations also adds to the atmosphere. Small cafes and tea shops near the routes serve local snacks, tea, and Kerala-style food that make the experience feel even more connected to the region. Having hot tea while watching boats move through the backwaters during evening rain creates one of those simple travel moments that unexpectedly stay in memory for a very long time. What makes the Water Metro important is not only the experience itself, but what it represents. Around the world, many cities continue struggling with pollution, overcrowded roads, and unsustainable urban transport systems. Kochi's Water Metro feels like an example of how cities can use natural geography intelligently rather than ignoring it. It feels modern without losing local identity. As a foreign traveler, this experience completely changed the way I viewed public transportation in India. The internet often focuses only on traffic, overcrowding, and chaos. But experiences like this reveal another side of the country entirely. One focused on innovation, sustainability, and thoughtful urban development. The deeper reason this journey becomes memorable is simple. Most transportation systems are designed only to move people efficiently. The Kerala Water Metro somehow manages to make the journey itself emotionally enjoyable. That is rare. Sometimes travel experiences are not defined by famous landmarks or luxury destinations. Sometimes they are defined by simple moments: wind moving across water, rain touching the windows, sunlight reflecting through canals, and the feeling of slowly drifting through a city that moves differently from the rest of the world. Thank you for traveling with Travelspot. If this journey through Kerala's Water Metro gave you a new perspective on travel and public transport, subscribe to the channel, like this video, and stay with us for more real experiences from around the world. Until next time, keep exploring, and sometimes, slow down enough to enjoy the journey itself.